Recently, Brother Narendra Reddy visited Malaysia. During his visit, he said if Vedic chanting is not properly done, it gives negative results, brother. If so, what should centers do now? If pronunciation is not proper, shall we stop this at the center?
That is true. Swami also has said that. Maybe that is what Brother Narendra was saying. It is good to have somebody who knows it well to teach everybody. You don't have to stop it, but maybe some amount of practice and learn it from a person who has knowledge would be a good thing.
Comment that. It's not just Vedic chanting, you know. That's a Sanskrit against Sanskrit. Now, if any language is speaking, let's say now a Chinese person trying to speak Tamil. If Allah can speak it properly, it's good, okay? You know, so any language, anything you say, learn how to say it properly. You know, so not just so likewise Vedic chanting, or even what Tevarams or any yesterday's the boy, that example of the yesterday's play, you know, our friend speaking Malay, he speaks a bit like me in Malay, you know. Ask my wife, she'll tell you, okay? So like that. So I think his sister made a very good point, okay? So if they got concerned about that, then get someone who can give the proper pronunciation and learn it. It's good for us to say, you know, not only that, even bhajans or whatever you all sing, you know. More important, the one is the pronunciation. Number two, please understand what we are saying. You know. That's why I tell you, if everybody is singing bhajan, you don't know what you're singing. You know. You really don't know what you're singing. I always tell the story. Right. She heard me tell one story. She heard me tell some overseas somewhere. This one story, this fellow, you know, he will chant all them. He went to the Balvikas class with his father. He learned all the Balvikas, he learned all the mantras in the world, okay? And he learned all, he doesn't know the meaning, you know. So every morning he'll sit, at 5 o'clock, he'll sit in his prayer room. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namo, Om Gam Ganapati Namo. He went on 1 hour, mantras. Finally, 1 hour every day, 1 hour, 1 year, 2 years, finally God got fed up, you know. Because who won't get fed up 5 o'clock in the morning, wake him up, you know, chant 1 hour. So the altar exploded. And then stood dum, Shiva stood there, you know. Prabhu, he said, he said, my son, Prabhu, come, my son. He said, come where, Prabhu? My son, I'm taking you away from this world. Swami, is it temporary or permanent, Swami? Permanently, my son. So why, Swami? My son, every day you're chanting, take me. You know, in your mantras, so I've come to grant you your wish. Swami, where? Which mantra? The third mantra, my son, he says, take me, Kaivalyam, you want to immortality, moksha. Swami, I'll never chant the mantra again, Swami, please forgive me. Get what it is. Know the meaning of the mantra you chant, okay? Know the meaning of the bhajans you're singing, you know. Because why? The scary thing, God may give you what you want, okay?
Some center leaders and devotees say we should not invite politicians to Sai functions. What are your thoughts on this one, brother? And is it important for the government to know about the Sai organization, its activity and its contribution to nation building?
Let me answer that. When we started in Sai Council in Malaysia, many years ago, this was an issue also raised. What I've done in all my life, all of you have witnessed me from the time we started, I was 32 years old at the time. I just saw what Swami is doing. What does Swami do? Any function, you know, he'll invite the minister, the chief minister, this minister, that minister, everywhere, and cut the ribbon and hit a gong or whatever they do, okay? We don't even care for these fellas, we don't know who they are, we only want to see Swami. We don't know why does he do this? Because it is vital that we must work within, Baba says, you know, that we must work within the country's system, is here, government is here. People, you know, if the government should not take action against us, if they don't know about us, you know, they'll attack us, okay? People can complain in cabinet. This one happened to what are these guys, you know?
Thanks, brother, thank you. Next time, Brother Sumit, wherever you are traveling, let me know. Since your seat next is empty, I can occupy. Many devotees turned away for Sai Convention 2012 due to its oversubscription. In future, please consider the following. Live webcasts for talks can main hall so that many can stay at home and follow. That is what we didn't want. If it was live telecast, many of you would have stayed home and not come. And even when you're watching back at home, you will not get this vibration, this experience. It's only after coming here that you can go back, brother, like that. What is it about? Words cannot express. So this is the experience that you communicate, but that is why we want you to be here, because we said that it is not about listening, it is about you bringing your consciousness here to listen to the speakers. It is about your consciousness being stimulated. But unfortunately, if we just allowed your consciousness to come without your body, you will be in a spirit form. So the consciousness is in your body, so we have to invite the body so that you bring the consciousness. That is what the whole process is. So this is what, so in future, of course, if the cast goes to 2,000, 3,000, we will have that live telecast. But we will definitely upload some of the materials up in our website so that you can access to this. The youth had a regional conference in Bali recently. So far, we have had national Sai conventions in Malaysia. We suggest that we have regional Sai conventions as well in the future. All regional conventions, we had the youth convention here in Kuala Lumpur, and now the last time we had the regional conference, zonal conference in Bali. Next year, in Guru Purnima, as Dr. Ravi suggested, and now that is being held now. Next year, one whole week in Guru Purnima, we're having a 1 week intense sadhana camp in Parthi itself. So you go for morning prayers, evening prayers, and then we'll have all these sessions in Puttaparthi and invite guest speakers in Parthi itself, and there are a lot of other speakers in Parthi, so that you'll have a very intense sadhana camp. Every other spiritual organization is doing this in modular format. Today, in ours, we just come, we listen. We are not understanding the subject in a systematic, structured manner module. In my old auntie, 78 years old, 80 years in my village, she follows Sri Ravi Shankar's modules. Village in Kerala, not here. Village in Kerala. She came and I was asking her, and she is coming with a walking stick, and she's telling me, I just finished module 5, I'm going to module 6. The age of 80, you know, they've already modularized everything. That is how we should be doing also. Otherwise, we will be understanding things in sporadic manner. They have taken, the zonal group has taken into consideration. Next year, Brother Guru Purnima will invite you all. So we will have that sessions in Puttaparthi. So this is, your suggestion is now taken into consideration.
I think someone raised this session me also. I think they may be referring not only the regional thing, but also regional within Malaysia. Right.
Yeah.
Southern region,
No.
central region.
In fact, is this not from Malaysia? All the Southeast Asian countries.
That also. But now they are asking about regional sadhana camps within Malaysia. You know, so that all the people, not everybody can come here. See? So you are southern, but here within ourselves. Okay? So that's what they ask.
But we were saying that all our countries here, we're meeting in Parthi because it's cheaper. You know why? In conjunction with Mahasamadhi, you go there, you see some Mahasamadhi, and then you come. That is the idea. But of course, the idea will be taken into consideration. Because you are the advisor. Okay. My family is very active in Sai life. Almost everything we do is center related. However, my parents are not courteous to each other, to themselves. I find the way they speak to each other very terrible. I struggle to honor them.
I think you already answered the question. I tell you, dear friends, why does it happen? It's a very logical thing. Two people constantly together, there will be always some interrupting, all going on, okay? But how come that? Because basically, I always tell people, the people's love should be like an ocean, you know. Father and mother, people love each other. The ocean always has waves. But every time there's a wave, dive into the ocean. So that's why after the argument's over, finish. So my advice to all of you who are father and mothers, you know, here arguing, maximum time of any argument, 15 minutes, half an hour. After that, forget it. Don't carry it on. What Baba once said to an interview, you know, he said, husband, wife, all fighting. What do you want to do? When you go to bed, husband, he drew on the wall, he said, husband, then he drew on the wall like this. He said, husband sleeping like this, wife sleeping like this. You know, husband sleeping like this, wife sleeping, all facing the other way. Not good. Husband must sleep like this, wife must sleep like this. You do a heart like that, you know. So get what it is. So everything. So tell the children, if you can, try to talk to parents about it. But mostly they will only argue, they'll find that they will, after the argument is over, they're finished it. But basic foundation love is always there. But if you all feel that they are there, then you go and talk to them, you know, Papa, Amma, why Papa, you tell Amma like this, you know, Amma feels sad. Then he also feels very bad about it. Amma, why you scold Papa la? Poor thing, he's sometimes forgetful. Don't scold all the time la. You know? Like that you do, then it helps, okay.
That's why this hope, the hope theme, honor our parents every day, can be extended. The P can honor our pondatis every day. And then the husbands can reply, hope can stands for husbands often please everyone. Also hope. The hope has got many meaning. We went to the Ministry of National Unity.
Right. Honor of Pondati every day. The other one, honor of Purushan every day.
Oh, you. Tottidinga. We went to Ministry of National Unity and we told them, sir, you must launch Hope program. He said, what he said? Honor our Perpaduan every day. In Mauritius, they asked me, what is this Hope, brother? The politician asked me. I said, you don't know? What is it? Honor our politicians every day. But we must not take away from the main essence. Honor our parents every day. Some time back, Brother Jaga used to have a regular column in the Sun newspaper. Is this possible for the Sai organization to have a similar arrangement with the mainstream media, either the Star, NST or Sun newspaper? At this point in time, the Chinese SCA has got a regular Chinese column that appears every day in the Chinese daily in East Malaysia. Never in any part of the world this phenomena has occurred other than here. Chinese SCA has done that. So now they're asking us whether can we have an English column like that.
Actually, no. Some of you may or may not know it. Okay, I had for about 2 or 3 years. Every fortnight, it came out in the main. It was in the Star. I think, I forgot Stars. NST. Yeah, where what I'll do, I write an article on everything human, nothing to do with spiritual, all human value based stuff. Okay, and I would get a cartoon drawn. I draw a stick cartoon, and then the artist from the newspaper would come and make the cartoon, very beautiful cartoons, and they came out every fortnight. Okay. Then I became very busy, and then actually it became very difficult to do it. Every fortnight because you're so busy, so many other things. Okay, but we can do this now. But now since we have, I think all of us have agreed, we appointed our brother Krishnamurthy as our media coordinator, and so perhaps if Mr. Krishnamurthy can very kindly get some permission for us to do this, I can guarantee, brother, we can do the same, continue the same pattern, bring the human value things. You see, why the cartoon is very essential. The cartoon attracts people's attention, then they'll read the subject, you see. So if we can get that, we are prepared to do that, okay?
So brother, is this what you're going to do now? Are you prepared to write?
Yeah, I'll do it. But somebody must get the permission,
Okay.
I can't, if somebody gets the permission for us, we'll do it, okay? No problem.
Okay. Is it possible for the Satisai Academy to look at the possibility of a monthly, quarterly magazine to cater for the Bal Vikas children? There's something coming from the floor. I think Brother Sugu should take note of this one. So we must have, Brother Nakiran now, the new take over this. Okay, the other thing, brother, because the time is running out now, we just got one last round. We're going to ask you, is there anything at all, some powerful insight from Swami that you can now give as final prasadam like that, Some insight, Swami's one message that they can take back home like that.
For me, it has been, your life is my message. The minute we, as a brother said over here, the minute we have Swami beside us holding his hand, we want to do everything that pleases him, then our life becomes his message. So for me, that has been the most powerful message that Swami has given, which is, your life is my message. So it is a huge responsibility, because the minute we say we are Sai devotees, we have Swami as our mother and father, then we want to at all times never do anything that will bring dishonor to him in anything that we do. So for me, that has been the most powerful message.
Thank you. That's one powerful message. Sumit.
There is nothing greater than treating your parents as God. Nothing greater. If we can honor our parents, just like this convention says, the theme says, treat them like God and respect them. There's nothing greater than that. And that is the most important thing, especially for the youth of today. If we can respect our parents, love our parents. And at the same time, the theme of my talks has been responsibility. Now, see, I don't know how many of you, have really internalized, but we now live in Satyuga. The world does not know this, okay? We're so fortunate that the age where we live in is the dawn of a new era, the golden age. So let us let us really create the golden age. And the responsibility is not in this hall, it's not with this organization, it's with you yourself, individually, with each one of us. The responsibility is the most important thing. And if we can make Swami happy, my life, if we talk about one insight, every morning when I wake up, my resolve is to make Swami happy. That is it. Just make Swami happy. Everything else falls into place. Sai Ram.
Thank you. Powerful message. Make Swami happy. One last final word, Brother, just before we switch off.
Because what they have said is very profound. But for me, I like to talk about the Sai organization challenge. See, the question is now so much, we're doing so much in Malaysia. Are there any other challenges? There are many other challenges we have to do. One, let me give you a few to the organization and to the vice presidents and the council. Number one, Namasmaran. So far we are sitting in little Sai centers, cocoons, singing Sai Ram, singing songs. Our challenge Namasmaran, Baba said once, I want every house to be a Sai center, but that's not possible, for time being not possible now. Let us at least make every Hindu temple a bhajan center. But don't go to Hindu temple and go and put Baba's picture there and sing Sai Ram, and sing, in Hindi when no one can understand. Okay? You go and sing the song in the language that people will understand. Go to Chinese temples. Every center now, there's a bhajan training team here, right? Heaven's sake, don't go around centers training the same fellows all over again, okay? Go to all the temples and train these fellows. What my vision I tell you now, I like to see now. In 2 years from now, 2 years from now, there'll be every temple, children will be singing God songs, and train them to sing. And then, Suresh, let's have, before you all, the next council comes in Patu case one day, bring all the bhajan groups that we have trained. Not the Sai fellows, let other people sit down there and on the whole day have a huge bhajan session of everyone singing, word to God, okay? So that's one challenge. And we must make the world sing God's name. Number two, we must integrate the Chinese and Indian devotees together, and we must make the integration expand outside. Chinese temples. One time I thought they don't sing what bhajans song, but now you so many songs, that doesn't have Baba's name there. Value songs have been sung. Go and sing those, in the temples, There's so much thing we can do outside the Sai center itself, okay? And I've already told now, and the knowledge. If you must, firstly the Hindus know, our Hindu people don't know anything about their religion. Go and learn about your religion and transfer the knowledge to those in temples and everything. Hindu is a very confusing religion. Likewise, the Chinese, the traditional Chinese religion, very few people know much about the traditional, go and spread the knowledge. So if we can do two things now, basically, number one, Namasmaran for everyone, not just the Sai devotees. Number two, knowledge. People understand the teachings of the religion, not just the mechanical process of going and doing something in the temple, Chinese temple or Hindu temple or whatever it is. Do this, and we have done God's work. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Jagat. That was the final word. This message is to the President and the Exco Committee to take note of what the visions are, and it will materialize. And just one last word. This is the card given by Penang Center. Sister Ong, the organizing committee, has given a card. They bought this card and they've written here, thank you for giving us such a memorable days. Keep up your good work. Jai Sai Ram from Baba's family. I don't know whether you wrote this card and came here or you went out and bought this card, but either way, you have decided to become happy. So whatever that we do, you will always be happy. So this is the card. Thank you so much for this card. And we're really signing off. Thank you so much. Thank you, panelists, for answering all these questions so sharp, so quick, and so precise that the devotees, I'm sure, are very happy. Thank you for being such a wonderful audience. Till we meet again. Very good.